Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic, and that is what we are going to do right now. Because we are going to play with the ORE mod today. There are some special things that can happen, so let's get right to it. So the saying is that you never should mind fake or so, yes, but sometimes that can be good. I don't know anymore what I am saying because of this amazing dream that I have in my head from this hotel idea. But that is just a dream, and sometimes dreams come true. Well, I hope that nightmares don't come true. They are dreams as well, only then evil dreams. But anyway, like sometimes dreams come true, and let's just hope nightmares don't come true. But then like maybe this dream will come true, or not, I don't know yet, and that is something that we need to hope for tomorrow then, I guess. But everything will be good if we just follow the path that we want to follow. If that path is not something evil or against the law, because you won't stand above the law. So yeah, that is something that I am not even going to try, because that would just be plain stupid. But that is okay. Sometimes you need to yeah, I don't know what I am trying to say, as you might already have noticed. But we now have 8 cobblestone, we have 6 irons that we can use for things and stuff, and we already have a lot of wood. Well, it could be a lot, whatever you guys think that is a lot. But we now have a stone, a wooden pickaxe, and even the iron pickaxe, which is pretty nice if I have to be honest. So yeah, we have got that going for us, which is just great. And now we just need to turn that half stack of wood into sticks, which we did, and then we can make 3 iron shovels out of that. And that pickaxe is in my inventory for if we come across stone and stuff. You can't dig that away with a shovel, so something heavier than a shovel will be needed, in that will be that very special pickaxe that we made. But now it is digging time, and I am going to dig in a rectangle shape, and let's just hope that this will turn into something that only we could dream of, I guess. But we have a pretty deep hole that we just dug, and we could maybe use this hole that we will turn the dirt of that hole into diamonds as a foundation for our hotel, and then we could make an entire basement that we needed anyway, and then turn it into an actual basement, and then we would kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which you should actually never do. Not even killing 1 bird with 1 stone or anything like that. That is bad, and bad is not good. Good is only good, and then you have well and better, and yeah, something like that. I don't even know anymore. But we need to make it even bigger. The hole that we are possibly going to eventually turn into a basement of a hotel. Who knows, maybe something like that will happen, maybe it won't, but the dream is all that counts. Well, actually not, don't listen to that advice. That was some bad advice. I don't know what I was trying to say, which I already had a couple of times this video. I don't know what is wrong with me today. But anyways, the hole is getting bigger, which is nice, and I saw some iron on the ground which we could maybe use. Wait, no, we don't really need that, we just need the dirt, and all of this dirt will be turned into diamonds, as you are going to see in a minute, and then we can start with being wealthy and filthy rich. So I recommend to all of you to do the same while you can still do it, and there are no laws against this, and then we will be friends, and rich friends are great. We could then have really cool and big, expensive and stuff parties, and then everything will be fun. But you probably all heard that money doesn't make you happy, but bills don't make you happy either, so it is pretty darn handy to at least have some money to do stuff. Nothing is inside of these chests though, so that is not really that cool, but we have got the other door out here, and Chip is coming with us, so I appreciate that of the little man. But we are not going in that door again. We are going into the laboratory, and I can see some plants out here and some mushrooms to the side, so that is pretty cool. And there were other laboratory stuff inside of the laboratory, but we are long gone from that, and we are out here lying on this king-size bed for a king, and I think that I would sleep really well on that bed, since it is just a really cool bed, and you can even walk around it. Who has that in their living room? Well, apparently this guy has, which is just something that is out of this world, just like this Enderman, since he is not from here but he is from the Ender End. He is just casually stealing some blocks, which is probably not really allowed, but I will allow it for right now. We are back in the storage area though, even though I said that we wouldn't go back here, but I had to come back for my man Chip, since he was apparently stuck inside of some chest next to the door, which is now fixed, and now we can book some progress into our tour, since our little man isn't going to get stuck again, which is just really good from him, since that is not what we want. And I think we are now just proceeding to a really cool area as well, since this man just has a room with sponge bedrock ice and diamond, and next to it just really low-key a swimming pool in the second layer of his house. Like, how amazing of a job does this man have? I would like to do that as well, since it seems like you could pay a whole lot of things with the paycheck that you get from working right there. You can't get out of the swimming pool normally though, so I think his plan is to kill someone that he doesn't like, and he is going to invite that person to go. That was some bad advice. I think that this is one of the biggest mines I have ever been in. Look at the details there is in here, very nice. I don't know what I was trying to say, which I already had a couple of times this video. I don't know what is wrong with me today, because what I'm going to do here right now is extremely dangerous. I have no idea what scenario this will cause, but don't worry, I am fully prepared for anything that is going to hit my turns. That said, how should I try to get in this cave deeper and deeper? I have a feeling that there are a lot of mobs down here, so I don't know if I am going to make it. These ladders are really useful. This way I can do the unexpected, and that is to come from behind and kill the mobs first. But anyways, in that year there was one robot that started this revolution, and that robot, his name was also Steve, just like Steve Irwin, and his maker gave him that name because he originally was made to defeat some crikey mighty Croc's mate, but that did not happen because he was too mighty for his maker. He was a great robot, not a small one, and the professor had installed a small piece of technology in the robot's arm, and when the robot that is named Steve would walk next to, let's say, a television, the television would get up and suddenly be a walking robot, and it would not service your needs to watch television anymore, but now it would just attack you out of pure anger. And that robot that is named Steve was built in Melbourne, which is a pretty large city in Australia, and that robot was walking through the city. And to compare the robot to something that was on the street, well, it was almost 2 times a city light that stands on the side of the road in Melbourne, and those lights were pretty darn big. And now there was a robot that wanted to destroy humanity that was walking through the streets, summoning all the electronics in the area, and it was going to walk through the entirety of Australia. But of course, the Australian army would need to stop that, and they needed to come up with a plan that was going to destroy the robot. But like that robot that we previously fought, this robot did not have any weak spots, well, not that we know of yet. So, we went to the professor, and the professor told us that there was an off button on his back between his buttocks and his spine, and we needed to lift something there, and the button would be exposed, and it could be pressed by throwing something at it, or just by pushing it. But all of the lights were off in the city, and we could not even see the robot, his back. And because of the technology that was used in light bulbs, when the robot named Steve would walk near the light bulbs that were installed in the ceiling, they would just get out, and those light bulbs would fight something that was a threat to them. And you might say, well, sub, they are just light bulbs. But that is the thing, they were out of the ceiling, so they would not suffice us from light, and they would also not shine when they are walking because they did not have a power outlet. But they were driven by the strength of Steve's arm, that small piece of technology that the professor thought was going to change the world. Well, it did, professor, because you are on a path to be the blame of the end of humanity. But it was late, and it was almost 10 o'clock, and when it is 10 o'clock the lights go out. But humanity survived that night because they just hid in Amish communities, their barns. And those people don't have technology, so it is a shame because they also cannot watch my videos because they do not have computers. But well, they did something for humanity, which is keeping it alive one night at a time. But it was 7 o'clock in the morning and the sun was already shining. It was not warm, but the sun was shining. So people, it is time to show you my new way of mining, and that is by using a lot of TNT. Instead of mining in a straight line, you mine, but on the way back you start placing explosives everywhere, so there is a bigger chance you take diamonds with you. Let me give you guys some practice rounds. Oh wait up, let me get these resources first, and after that I will show you my secret mining tactic. But hey, what is this one that is that? Wait, what? Yeah, I am not sure either, but that is okay. I am not sure how big this mine is going to be, but it is already pretty darn big, so I think that you can craft a lot of things already, and it is pretty nice that you can just do this, and that made my day, and I hope it made your day as well. But we are almost done, trust me. Or are we? I am not sure, but we could make this thing even bigger if we wanted to. I have crafting tables enough, so let's just proceed to make this baby deeper in height. And I hope that it will look even better, because it looked kind of shabby when I was just standing on the ground and I let my eye get a glance of this amazingness. But that is okay because we are just improving it like this, and that is nice. It will get bigger by every minute, and that is amazing that something like that is possible. And yeah, Well, this thing is going to be huge. I am sure that you guys have heard of the Eiffel Tower. Well, this thing is going to blow it away. And what should we call it? Well, that guy that made the Eiffel Tower is probably named Mr. Eiffel with his last name, so I think that we should call this the submine. That would only make sense. We could call it the Sub-Zero Exabyte mine, but that would be too long. We could also just call it the Sub-Zero Exta mine, but then we are missing the byte, and that is not nice. And like Sub-Zero mine sounds pretty nice, so that is also a possibility. And I think that I like the Sub-Zero mine the best, and I think that I will just go with that. It sounds pretty amazing, so let's just name it that. And it is already taking shape as a mine, so we can really start calling it a mine. But from the ground off it is not really that big. Not in height. In height, it is pretty high up, but we need to make it expand a bit. I am not really that happy with how it looks, so we need to make it bigger, not vertically but horizontally, and this is going to be amazing when it is done. It will be the biggest thing that you guys have ever seen. Like the Statue of Liberty will be nothing compared to the Sub-Zero mine. Or should we call it something else than a mine? No, that is not smart. It is a mine, so let's just stick with it because I like mines, and this is actually a mine, so that is nice. And it is going to be a mine. I am sure of that one. But now we just need to fill in the middle of the mine, and I am not sure how it will look when it is done, but I am sure that it will look great, and this is going to be great, and it will be nice. And it will not only be nice, but it will be big as well. And I am sure that if I give you the coordinates and you guys go on Google Earth or something like that, I don't know if there are many other things like that. And I still don't know the difference with Google Earth and Google Maps, but that is okay. Go on either of those two and then just look up submine. It will probably come up with nothing because they don't update that often, but it should be there in a couple of months or something like that. So that is nice, and then I will be on Google Maps. Well, I will not, but my masterpiece will though, so that is pretty cool. But now it is not really a mine anymore, but it is starting to shape like something greater than that. But that is okay because it still looks really cool. And we will get all of the tourists here, and then we would have a good time here, and then like all of the tourists would like to get ordered a cup of coffee or something, and I will make a little restaurant down here, because I am sure that this will be heavily visited by a lot of tourists and also locals. But I am not sure if I want to fill up this entire thing. You aren't really able to see it from the outside, and it will be a lot of work basically for nothing. And we already filled up the original mine, so I don't know if it would be really that necessary to fill up this other part of the mine as well. It would be cool if we did, but I am not sure if I want to take the time to do all of that because it is going to require a lot of time. But maybe we could just live here or something. That would also be pretty cool if I do say so. And I do say so. Well, yeah, it is going to be pretty cool. But that is okay. There are a lot of things that are cool, so this won't be like something special. But the thing that will be special is that this thing is made out of crafting tables, and it is one of the biggest things that exists, so this is pretty special if I do say so myself. But I am pretty sure that I want to turn this thing into one huge square mine, and not like 3 squares placed against each other like we just had, but we are going to make it a bit different, and that will make it really cool and stuff, and it will totally rock. Oh yes baby, look what I found, some real diamonds. I got 6 diamonds. Yes, I can make a sword and a pickaxe out of it. Very nice, but I am not sure how big this thing will get when we are actually done with this mine, because well, if you look at it right now, then it is actually already pretty darn big, and we are going to make it a whole lot bigger with adding this part to the mine as well. So this will be really cool. But we only totally finished only 1 mine, but that is okay. We could finish these other 3 mines, but that is not necessary, so we are just not going to do that, and we will keep it an open space, and we could like live there. We could turn one part into the thing that we wanted to turn into a restaurant, and then the people that are going to visit this thing will then be able to say that they actually ate inside of the infamous Sub-Zero mine, and that is something that not a whole lot of people are able to say, so those people will feel special, and you should always treat people special, so that is what we are going to do. But I am not yet sure if I really want a restaurant here, because that is going to start a whole lot of other things that will lead to other stuff which is not really that amazing. But this thing is now done from the outside, and I think I feel generous enough to even fill this original part with even more crafting tables, and it will look really amazing. I am sure of that, but it doesn't really affect a whole lot of things because well, it is going to just change the inside of the mine, but the outside you won't be able to see it, so I don't think that it will be a whole lot of a big change. But yeah, it is really nice and stuff, and I hope that it will change at least the crafting possibility, so that is going to be something that I will look forward to, and that is something that is nice, just like this mine that is going to be really nice when it is finally done. But that is for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the whole video, because from now you can use this mine tactic to do the mining for you. I hope to see you in the next video. See you later.